Nirma Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Dadia. We have with us Mr. Prashant Pitti, co-founder and executive director at Ease My Trip, joining in. Welcome to the show, Prashant, and always a pleasure to speak to you. And firstly, congratulations on celebrating 14 years anniversary that I've been reading about.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show, and thanks for the wishes. It was a bigger moment for the company, and I think we did celebrate it with our user base.
Absolutely. So how has the journey been over the last 14 years, if I may ask you?
So, since we went public, we have shared our journey a couple of times. Grew bootstrap, never took any money from anyone, grew primarily by solving problems and offering best prices to consumers rather than throwing money at the problem. So we are actually very hands-on to the business. And, in the last 14 years, I used to say 13 years, but now I have to start saying 14 years. Since last 14 years, we have been at it and growing our organization and gaining market share.
Absolutely. And then overall, with the kind of journey that we've seen so far, Prashant, FY23 also has been a pretty good year for a company like yours. Mm-hmm. If I have to get into more details, what's the anticipation in terms of calendar year 22 so far? How has the year been?
So far the year is going great. There are no major hiccups related to COVID. Since obviously January month was slightly lull because of the COVID wave 3, but again, thankfully, it did not really impact the losses in terms of life as much as COVID wave 1 or wave 2 did. So I believe that what has happened past COVID wave 3 is that people have started taking COVID as just another flu. And it's something which you cannot avoid, but it'll happen, but it's just going to be another flu, like another viral. And that kind of mindset has is what we are seeing right now, where despite even if the numbers go up or down by a bit, the demand for travel and tourism has not been affected. So far the year is going great, and we look forward to the remaining part of the year.
Right. In fact, you've launched a lot of schemes and plans and promotions right now, and it coincides with your 14th anniversary as well. What has the increase in traffic been so far on the back of the schemes and the offers that you've launched?
See, the offer which we launched during our 14th sale was 14% off up to rupees 2,000 rupees per air ticket. So the offer was extremely well accepted. We did see a good amount of jump. I wouldn't be able to quantify the jump because it's part of the quarterly results. But again, we did see a very good response coming in. We in fact even did a full page advertisement on the newspapers, the Mint and HT Media. And it was extremely well received by the people. In fact, we did more than what we expected we would during this time.
Okay. And overall, if you see, what's the outlook looking like for FY23 as a whole?
See, instead of sharing, numbers for year on year, I'll tell you what we are looking to. We are looking forward to become the next Expedias or the Bookings.com of the world. Because we would want to, compare ourselves with the other profitable companies in travel segment. And outside India, within India, we do not find any such competitor, but outside India, there are Expedias and Booking.com of the world. And we eventually want to get there. In fact, for that reason, we have also started, our services, past India as well. We recently opened up a Dubai office, which is doing phenomenally well. We are starting our US office and UK office very shortly, and we look forward to grow. And the anticipation is that we want to become a PAT 500 to 700 crore company in the next 3 to 4 years.
Right, and that's an aggressive target that we have. So overall, if you see in terms of market share in the domestic market, where does it stand? And if you have to compare it to our global market share, where are we?
So the domestic market share for air ticketing for us would be somewhere around, in the OTA industry, would be around 20%. North of 20% is where we would be at right now. Globally, we have just begun our operations, the Dubai operation. We are going to begin our US operation and UK operation. So that would be a redundant statement for me to make. But otherwise, the plan is to continue our growth. Ease My Trip is able to grow profitably, is able to eat market share profitably, and the plan is to continue to do so.
Okay. And overall, say, if you have to look at the next 10 years, and if you have to look at the global markets, where are you anticipating your market share to be?
See, of course, significant portion will continue to come from India. However, the way, in fact, honestly speaking, the way the UAE business is piling up right now, within a month's time, it has gone to become a decent number already. We are looking forward to. We honestly speaking, it's very hard to predict where the future numbers will come from. But right now, we are extremely energized and bullish by the results which we are seeing from the Dubai operations.
Okay. And overall, if you see in terms of the air and the non-air business, what is the revenue contribution right now, and how are we expecting it to change? Because you're doing a lot of focus and
Absolutely.
targeting the non-air business as well.
So, as of course, the non-air business is relatively small for our organization right now. But as you would know, that we are growing organically. Our non-air part grew more than 100% in last 1 year, and somewhere around 136 odd percent is what our non-air hotel business specifically grew. Our bus train business grew even faster. So it is growing organically. And then we have also putting in efforts to grow it inorganically, for which we have acquired two companies, YOLO Bus and the other one is Spree Hotels. And we are looking forward to make some more acquisitions in the non-air space to continuously grow it.
Right. And overall, if you see in terms of the way crude has been moving, jet fuel prices have gone up. Has it impacted demand and margins?
So with the crude prices going up, we have seen the overall price for the air tickets go up. In fact, as the price for
Mm.
the tickets go up, and given that pandemic is kind of coming to endemic, the demand is not stopping no matter what the prices are. So the demand is extremely strong no matter what the prices are, and because of which I believe that since we make as a percentage of GMV, it has only benefited us. However, I think that with this June ending, the crude price should subside to come back to the normalcy in next couple of months. It's the geopolitical situation because of which crude prices have gone up. So in a way that this crude prices going up has not directly impacted us. It has what it has done is it has increased the price of the air tickets, and for which the consumer is paying the brunt right now. But I really, really look forward for the cruise prices to go back to the normalcy. In fact, it did go back a couple of weeks ago. It fell from 120 to about 100 odd dollars right now. Though I'm looking forward to it go back to the original numbers where it was in next couple
Right.
of months.
So, has it had any impact in terms of the demand?
No, not really. We have not seen any impact on the
Mhm.
demand side. The flights are still going chock-a-block. There is very little which we have seen from the demand side, and that is to do with the coinciding of the vacation period and also
Mm,
the pandemic getting over. So because of
mm,
which there
mm.
is no demand side effect which we have seen so far.
Right. And overall, in terms of the growth strategy, what would that look like if you have to look at the next 3 to 5 year perspective?
See, again, as I said, that the efforts are to continue grow our market share in air industry as what we have been doing in the past. Then grow in the non-air space, which is the hotel, bus, train, and also to expand globally so that we can basically see if we are by far one of the most efficient travel portals in India. We surely would be efficient compared to the travel portals which are listed abroad, right? In the US and UK, given that there is a difference in cost structures related to employee cost or admin expenses. So we are looking forward to compete against the biggies of the world by continuing to use our cutting edge technology, which is already what we have, and also the operations which are based in India.
Mm.
So the idea is to basically provide the same kind of service with the same kind of vigor as what we have been doing in India to the customers, not just India but abroad. And we are seeing already great results coming from Dubai side.
Okay. And overall, will the strategy be or to grow organically, or will it be inorganic growth, mainly taking into consideration our expansion plans geographically?
Uh, Internationally, we probably would be looking forward to grow organically, but if there is an opportunity which makes a
Mm.
lot of sense, we are okay to consider the inorganic growth opportunity as well internationally.
Right. And apart from the key milestones that we spoke about, any new initiatives that we're talking about?
There are a bunch of things which our organization is doing. We are forming an NBFC as well alongside to be able to offer loans to the people who are looking for travel or options. We are looking forward to expand rapidly in holiday space. Holiday is a very high margin business, and there is so much which we can do. There are multiple things which this organization is thinking about in holidays specifically, in a high margin business as well. So yes, there are many new initiatives which we are considering, which will unfold as the time comes.
Right. And anything else that you would want to add for our viewers, Prashant?
No, I mean, it's just that, look, creating a consumer brand. EaseMyTrip is a consumer brand. 90% of our business comes from consumer who use our app or who use our, mobile app or our website. Creating a consumer brand without any funding is almost unheard of in any parts of the world, and which is what we have been able to do. So, and I just want to tell people that last 14 years have been relatively tough for the company to manage to do so, but things are only getting easier with us getting listed. We have gained tremendous amount of validation from people, and also there's a lot of marketing which we never got before is coming right now. In the last 13-14 years, prior to IPO, there were only 3 or 4 articles which were written about EaseMyTrip, and now almost every other day there's an article coming on EaseMyTrip. So there is also a lot of free marketing which is coming after being listed, and I think things are. And also, since we are the only ones which are profitable, there is a lot of pressure on our competition as well to become profitable, because of which there are a lot of things which we can do probably others cannot. We believe that this is the best time for us to throw in our punches, because we and increase our marketing spend by a bit, increase our brand presence by a bit, because others are taking a defensive back step, especially given the scenario where the VC funding, the PE fund is also drying up. So the best years when EaseMyTrip saw growth was in year 2015 and 16, when it was the same time there was a lot of pressure on funded companies who are loss-making companies, where they were not able to raise money, and hence they were not able to spend money. So I believe the next couple of years, where there is going to be a slowdown, which everybody else is accepting, should be really great years for EaseMyTrip, and I'm looking forward to capitalize that.
Absolutely. And I think India has a great growth story from consumer driven brands as well. And that's what we need to focus on.
Absolutely. In fact, one more thing, forget about any other competition. The industry itself is such great industry. There are about 700 odd airplanes which are used in India right now. And every reputable, survey suggests that India is going to add 100 to 120 new airplanes every year. So imagine within 6 years, the industry is going to double up. And this is the kind of pace which we are expecting for this industry to grow. So, we're looking forward to work along with our peers and grow this industry and, make dent, not just in India, but even abroad.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the same as well. But thank you, Prashant, so much for joining us on this show. Always a pleasure to speak to you, and hoping to see you achieve great heights and aspirations as well, which come into reality. Thank you so much, and stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, Hiral.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.